Good evening, everybody. Excuse me. Welcome to High Altitude Yoga and Yoga Moves Us collaboration for Wednesday Night Yoga. Obviously, you might be taking this at a different time, and I hope that you're able to incorporate this into your weekly routine somehow, because today we are going to do an all levels flow with some myofascial wrapped into it. So we kind of bounce back and forth in this class between doing a more restorative practice, some concentrated practices, meaning maybe today we're focusing on heart openers or hip openers or twists, to every once in a while throwing in, just for fun, a more active flow with myofascial release in it. So today we're going to do that. All right. Feel free to take this to any level your body wants today. There are going to be plenty of options for you to challenge yourself in this flow, as well as options for you to adjust the flow to what your body needs today, in this moment, in this breath. Okay. Notice I said myofascial release, but I did not bring any props outside of this block. That's because any myofascial release that we're going to do today is going to be something we do with our own bodies. The block is merely here for some of the poses that we're going to do that might take us into like a balance, or something that requires a stretch where you might just want to prop the ground up to meet your hand. So I'm going to place this right here at the tip top of my mat. And I also have my water because it's summer and I think we all need to stay hydrated. The other thing about self-myofascial release is that it's going to help those tissues kind of go back and forth to be a little bit more fluid next to one another and get some of those stuck areas in your body. But in order to maintain that, hydration is so important. Okay, so when you're practicing, before and after, make sure you're drinking. My name is Danielle. I work I am High Altitude Yoga. I want to thank Yoga Moves Us for inviting me to come along on this journey and practice with you. And as always, please do what your body feels today, adjust as you need to, and know that everything I offer is like a little yoga buffet. I want you to pick and put on your plate what you are feeling today. Okay, so we're going to start down on our mats. I'm going to go ahead and bring my excuse me, knees apart, my toes to touch behind me, and I'm going to find a comfortable child's pose. Now that for you might mean stacking hands or a block underneath the forehead. It may mean stretching your arms out or bringing the knees together to bring the hands down by your heels. Okay, so you do you today, whatever gets you set and ready for our practice today. And as always, we're just going to start with the breath. We're going to take about 5 full breaths right here. The first couple at your own pace, checking in with the body without any kind of judgment, without any kind of expectation of how you're going to feel or what is going to show up on your mat today. Just breathe and check in. Allow the breath to fill you from the sides of your body, all the way up through the back of the ribs, the fronts of the ribs, thinking about your whole torso as a balloon that we are inflating. And then open the mouth for this next breath. Exhale, big sigh. Again, inhale, and then big sigh. On the next inhale, seal the lips. As you exhale, constrict the back of the throat and allow the breath to release through the nose. Take 2 more breaths in that manner. Inhale. Exhale. Shoulders melt. Inhale. Exhale. On the next inhale, walk the hands over to the right, extending the left arm long, feeling nice stretch through the left rib cage. Just a little release through every single intercostal muscle right there. And then allow the right hand to come back towards your knee and just give yourself a little twist. So push into the ground, let the ear fall onto the bicep. Inhale, breath. Exhale, breath. Inhale, stretch the hands back through center. Walk them over to the other side of your mat, finding a long stretch through the right side body. Push down through the right hips. Left hand to knee, give it a little nudge, and find a little twist, rolling the right rib cage under. Head rests on bicep. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, walk the hands back through center. Keep them outstretched. Glue the fingertips. Lift the palms of the hands like you have 2 cupcakes under your hands, and you don't want to mess up the frosting. Let your head, let your chest drop all the way through. Inhale, breath. Open the mouth, big sigh. And inhale up to a tabletop position. Right away, tuck the toes. Inhale, let the chest drop forward and the belly drop down toward the mat. Cow position. Exhale, breath to cat. Inhale, breath once again, cow position. Exhale, breath to cat. Take a couple more of these on your own. Feel free to incorporate any organic movement here, something that feels just comfortable in your body, or maybe a stretch you've been wanting to take. You can extend a leg back. Okay, this is a really good chance, taking a few moments on your mat to check in, not just with your mental state, not just with your breath, but also with your muscles, your joints. Have you been sitting all day? Have you been running errands? Have you been running after pets or kids or what have you? Okay, and then when you're ready, after those last couple of stretches, come right back and take one more round of cow and cat. And let's meet in a neutral spine. Pull the belly in, chest forward. Excuse me. Inhale, reach the right hand toward the front of your mat. Extend the opposite leg back. Keep the toes down, push through the heel. Hold here for a moment. Power down through the left shoulder, really securing the shoulder. And then float the back leg off the mat. This is optional. Inhale, breath here. Exhale, tap the knee in toward the elbow. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, tap it in. Again, inhale, stretch it out. And exhale, tap it in. Inhale, extend, hold here, or bend the leg, reach around, capture the foot. Inhale, chest rises. Exhale, kick into the palm of the hand for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release, hand stretches, foot stretches. Plant the hand down, bend the leg, place the left shin over the right calf. Untuck those toes if they were tucked. Inhale here, exhale, sit back. Okay, a little myofascial release, a little self-massage for the right calf. Inhale up, scoot that shin down, exhale, sit back. Inhale, back up, scoot down just a little more, exhale, sit back. So the shin, the pointy part of the front of your left leg, is right into the meaty part of your calf, and we're working our way up and down on that calf. You just have about maybe 5 or so more breaths right here. Inhaling to come up, exhaling to sit back, moving your leg up and down as you breathe. Option to stay in one spot if one spot's really resonating for you. Okay, however far back you sit is entirely up to you. The further back you sit, the deeper that's going to feel. And remember, less is more with myofascial release. It doesn't take a lot to affect the area. Okay, a couple notes for myofascial release. We don't ever want to do zingers or hot spots. Those are usually injured or nerve spots. We don't want to do bone on bone. We want to get into the tissue. And if you have an injury, I want you to work around that space. Take one more breath right here. Inhale, make your way back up. Take your knee, place it into the bottom of your right foot. Okay, right into the arch of the foot. And let's go into counterclockwise and then clockwise circles. Take one more breath right here. If you're on a hard surface, fold your mat under, or you can even grab a dish towel and place it underneath your foot. Also, you don't need to sit back so far. Just a little bit of pressure is good here. One more breath. Good. Come all the way back. Continue to extend the leg all the way out. Tuck the right toes under. Pull the upper arm bones in. Push between the shoulder blades. Belly comes in. Inhale, breath. Exhale, right into down dog splits. Left leg high in the air. Stretch out the right calf. Bend the left knee and then open up through the hip. Take a couple big circles through that hip joint with the left kneecap. Okay, this can be done from a tabletop position. Continue to firm the upper arm bones. Press through the pointer finger knuckle mound right here of both hands. So strong high fives on the mat. Inhale back to a straight left leg, and then exhale, tap the knee into the nose for 3, 2, 1. Swing it back, down dog splits. Inhale here, and exhale, crunch it in, hold it. 3, 2, step toward the left hand on 1, drop the right knee down. Inhale, let's stretch the arms all the way up. And then as you exhale, pat yourself on the back with the right arm. Take the left hand, grab the right elbow. Pull the thighs toward one another. Inhale, look up. Exhale, lean over to the left. Giving that right elbow just a little pull, little tricep stretch right here. Okay, if you're gripping the mat with your toes, try and release the grip and instead focus on firming your thighs in toward the midline of your body. That's going to help with your balance just as much as death gripping your mat with your toes. Trust me, it takes one to know one. I totally get it. I do it all the time. One more breath here. Good. Inhale, release the arms up. And as you exhale, hands plant down. Half splits. Drop the hips back, flip the left toes up, and let's windshield wiper those toes back and forth. Okay. This is a great pose to have a prop or a couple water bottles, maybe a little stack of books underneath the hands, especially if you find you're rounding a lot in the upper back. You can also take a soft bend with the left knee. Okay, again, chest forward, shoulders relaxed, firm the belly in. That's going to support our lower back muscles from overstretching right here. So we're using the belly to stabilize the back for 3, 2, inhale here, exhale, last fold. And inhale into a runner's lunge. Pop the back knee off the mat, get a little rock and roll going, and then when you're ready, step toe to toe, top of mat, bend the knees, hands to shins. Inhale, look up, belly in, sternum forward, and exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees generously. Inhale, roll all the way up to standing. Little lean back. And exhale, hands pull into the heart. Lift the fronts of the hips up. Roll the inner thighs back. Lift the arches of the feet. So we're standing strong in Tadasana, mountain pose. Hands by your side. Inhale, swing the arms up. Big stretch. And exhale, nice long dive down towards your mat. Option to grab that block or prop under the hands here or bend the knees, maybe both. Inhale, look up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. And as you exhale, step left foot, right foot back of your mat. Drop to the knees, inhale, breath here, high push-up, exhale, elbows in, lower to the belly. Chest drops first, and then flip to the toenails. Lift the kneecaps, and as you inhale, chicken wing the elbows back and peel the chest off. Fire up the back, look to the right. Inhale back through center. Exhale, look over to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lower down. Keep the hands where they are. Maybe even scoot them back just a tad. And then drop back into tabletop position. Nice and strong with the arms. Good. Inhale, cow position. And exhale to cat. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good, back to neutral spine. Okay, get yourself nice and stable here. Pull the belly in. Power through the right arm, stabilizing the right shoulder as you float the left arm forward. And then extend the right leg back. Drop the toes to the ground. Push through the heel. Get that little calf stretch right here. And then either stay here or float the leg. Now try and center the hip so one hip is not under or over the other. Belly firms in. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, elbow taps into the knee. Inhale, out stretch. Exhale, tuck in. One more like that. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale. Extend, stay here or bend the back leg. Capture the foot. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, kick up and back. How hard you kick is up to you. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Flow arm and leg. Even out the hips. And as you exhale, plant the left hand down. Take the right leg, bend it a little bit, and then cross the right shin behind the left calf. Make sure those left toes are untucked. Exhale, sit back. So again, we're looking for the pointy part of the front of the leg, your shin, to get right into the meaty part of the left calf. Inhale, up. Drop that shin down a little bit. Exhale, sit back once again. Sitting back at a pressure that works for you. Inhale, back up. Lower down a tad, exhale, sit back. So ideally, we're not going straight behind the ankle because that doesn't feel good. And there's a lot of tendons back there. We want to stick to the fascia around the muscle, hence myo, muscle fascia. Okay, inhale, come back up and start to work your way back up. Same thing goes for the back of the knee. Again, there's just a lot of stuff back there that's not muscle. So we want to avoid that area. Inhale here, exhale, sit back. Working around any injuries that you might have, taking the pressure at a rate that works for you. And let's take about 3 or 4 more breaths right here. Coming back to those areas where you know you might need it just a little bit more. Good, 2 more. And last one. Good, inhale back to tabletop. Take the right knee, set it into the arch of the left foot. And then little circles clockwise and counterclockwise right here. Good. And go back and forth. Okay, this is an alternative to some of the tennis ball work that we do, stepping on the tennis ball from like a standing position, getting some self-myofascial release into the foot. Go take a couple more breaths right here. You can come up a little bit higher or down a little bit lower on the foot. Maybe even drag your knee across the foot. You're doing a little flushing or just let it sit there. Take a couple breaths. That's what we call like a pin and hold technique. Take one more breath. Good. Okay, and then from here, lengthen out through the right leg. Plant the hands, firm the upper arm bones. Good, now float the back leg, drop the hips, and tuck the left toes under. Chest forward, belly in. Plant the palms, inhale breath, exhale, down dog, split. Straighten through the left leg, straighten through the right leg, floated in the air. Good, again, firm the upper arm bones, so roll the eyes to the elbows forward, drop the shoulders onto the back, and hollow out the underarms. Now bend the knee and open up through that right hip. Couple big circles each direction. One more breath. And then inhale, back to a nice strong straight leg. Down dog splits through the right. Exhale, tap the knee in toward the nose. Hold it. 3, 2, inhale, sweep it back. Exhale, tap it in. Hold it. 3, 2, as you plant it on 1, drop the left knee down. Inhale the arms all the way up. Now it's really easy to drop and feel that nice deep stretch through the left hip flexor. What I want you to do is pull it in a little bit. Bring the fronts of the hips, your ASIS. Bring those hip bones up a little bit. Firm the thighs in. Inhale the arms up. And that's going to help stabilize instead of using your toes. As you exhale, take the left hand, pat yourself on the back, right hand to elbow. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, bend over to the right. And then right away, you feel the need to grip the mat with your toes, right? Because I do. So that's when I pull the hip bones up a little more, firm the thighs in a little bit more. And then my toes can relax. Inhale, breath. Exhale, breath. Drop the shoulders. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Arms extend nice and tall. And exhale. Hands frame the foot. Take it back half splits. Ardha Hanumanasana. Drop the hips back, especially the right hip. Tuck it back just a little bit. Swing the left hip forward just a tad. Maybe a soft bend, and then windshield wiper the toes back and forth. Okay, now if your hamstrings are like tight guitar strings, which is what mine feel like right now, take the windshield wipers a little bit smaller. Okay, we're in like a Mini Cooper, not like a minivan. Okay, again, maybe a prop under the hands, firm the belly in. Gonna take a couple more breaths. Inhale here. And exhale, swing into that forward fold. Inhale back to runner's lunge. Prop the hands, lift the back knee. Okay, rock and roll back and forth right here. Eventually coming toe to toe, top of the mat. Maybe block under hand. Hands come up to shins. Inhale here, sternum forward, belly pulls back. Exhale, belly meets the thighs. Inhale, root to rise. Reach nice and tall, little lean back. Exhale, hands through heart and right through to Tadasana. So bring them by your side. Pull the fronts of the knees up. So strengthen through the front side of the leg and then roll the thighs back. Tailbone lengthens towards your heels. Chest forward, rib cage back. So this should feel strong like a mountain. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, belly to thighs. Take the bend if you need it. Inhale, look up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, right foot, left foot, come back, plank position. This time, option to stay off the knees or option to take it to the knees. High push-up position. Inhale here. Exhale, lower all the way or halfway to your mat. The choice is yours. Inhale to upward facing dog or cobra. Cobra is what we did before. Up dog, the thighs float, toenails press down, arms in, chest forward, look slightly up and forward. One more breath. And exhale, roll the toes, lift the hips, push back to down dog or back to a tabletop and then to downward facing dog. Bend the right knee, bend the left knee. Alternate knee bend, shake the head out. Give me one big inhale here. One big exhale through the mouth. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, tap the knee in toward the nose. Hold it. Now option here, take the right knee, tap the right elbow. Tap the left elbow. Maybe tap the right elbow again. And then inhale, extend it back. Exhale, crunch it in. 3, 2, and 1. Crescent A, high lunge. Right foot to right hand. Left foot opens up a little bit. Stay on the toes and off the heel. Inhale, reach the arms up. Good. This time, as you exhale, pat yourself on the back with the left hand. Take the right hand, grab the elbow. Inhale here, squeeze the thighs. Exhale, bend over to the right. Okay, so same thing we just did, but adding a little more balance challenge. Okay, looking forward is going to decrease the challenge. Looking up or over or anywhere but forward is going to increase the challenge. For 3, 2, and inhale, arms extend up. As you exhale, fly the hands back, hold it here, tap the triceps, up, up, up. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, reach the arms up, little lean back. As you exhale, open up, warrior 2. Okay, lean into the front lunge, push the knee open, power through the outer edge of the back foot. Soft shoulders, ribs in. Flip the palm, inhale, lean back. Exhale here, pull the front knee open. Soften the shoulders. Inhale all the way through center. And as you exhale, I want you to cradle a baby with the right hand and extend the left arm overhead. Good. On the next inhale breath, come all the way up, straighten through the front leg, and then lean back once again, reverse triangle. Lift the front kneecap. Exhale, rebend the front leg. Cradle a baby, extend overhead. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, cradle that baby. Good, one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Now stay here, hold it. 3, pull the bottom rib cage forward. 2, extend. And 1, either draw the knee and the elbow together or plant the right hand down. Nice long stretch, extended side angle pose. Good, inhale, breath here. As you exhale, wind the top arm behind the back. Maybe even grab for this hip crease right here. Or you can take a wrap, feeding the front arm underneath the right leg. Okay, pull the chest open, push through the back foot for 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Inhale, 1 more reverse triangle, straighten through the front leg. And as you exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Now lift the back heel, keep the left hand down, left heel lifts. Inhale the right arm high for a twist. Good. Now let's take some circles with that right arm. Other direction. Good. Inhale, breath right here. And as you exhale, we're going to take this into a chair twist. So come up onto the left fingertips. Come all the way up, big open twist. Bring the hands to heart. Lean your weight to the right leg, step the left leg forward. Okay, squeeze the thighs together. Okay, I'll show you this from the front, so we're right here. Or reopen the arms and hang out right here. If you're right here, feel free to take the front elbow outside the opposite knee. Thumbs to sternum. Inhale, breath here. Exhale, breath here. 1 more inhale. And 1 more exhale. Inhale, roll your arms forward. Exhale, sweep them back. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, press the hands to heart center. Good. From here, place both hands on the hip, and then take the left thumb, and I want you to find a spot in between the rib cage right here. Okay? Inhale, breath here. As you exhale, just a little push between the ribs, so we're looking for that soft tissue here, and then we're going to lean over to the right. It's just a little lean. Inhale back to center, find another spot. Exhale, little lean. This is a really simple myofascial release technique. We're not going to take it a bunch of times, just maybe 5 here. Push, inhale, exhale, lean. 2 more times. Inhale back to center, find a new spot. Exhale, lean. I'm going to show you this from the side so you can kind of see I'm finding a little spot in between my ribs. And I'm extending. It's very little. One more time. Inhale, breath here. Exhale, little lean. Good. Inhale back to center, tree pose. Let's bring the hands back to the heart. Okay, we're going to give that right leg a break and shift our weight over to the left leg right here. Okay, bend into the right leg and then swivel the knee open, resting the ankle, the heel right inside the ankle. This is a good spot to stay. You want a little more. Find a spot up the leg to rest your foot, okay? If you have more of one of the hot yoga or Bikram styles right here, you're welcome to take that tree pose as well. And then if you're resting at the knee, what I'd like you to do is try to alleviate a little bit of pressure off the knee so you're not pushing the joint into a movement that it's not accustomed to, okay? It doesn't necessarily move really friendly laterally, okay? Good. Okay, push the foot into the leg. The leg is going to push back, firming together. Swivel the knee open so we're tightening through that right glute. And then inhale, extend the arms all the way up. Good. Now from here, you can stay right here. If you want to add a little challenge, you can take a different arm variation. You can add a little movement to your tree. Or what I like to do is test my proprioception, so my awareness of where my body is in space. And I'm going to close my eyes. And you'll probably see me fall, and you'll probably see me laugh. Okay, if you fall out of it, try it again. One more breath. And bring the hands back to center. Reopen the eyes, knee comes forward, drop it all the way down, okay? Now inhale, reach the arms all the way up from here. Grab a hold of that left wrist, and as you exhale, let's bend over to the right. So we're gonna elongate that area that we just did some myofascial release to. Good. Lift the kneecaps. Glad you guys like that. Okay, push the tailbone down, power through the feet for 3, 2, and inhale back to center. Exhale, cactus the arms out. Interlace the hands behind the back. Option to grab a prop between the hands if your shoulders are a little stiff today. And then let's step the feet about hip distance or wider apart. Inhale, chest pops. Exhale, little bend and forward fold. Okay, so we're hitting the fronts of the shoulders right here. Let the head hang heavy. And if you start to slouch, so if the shoulders really want to tuck into the ears, roll them back a little bit. Give your neck some space. Inhale, breath. Exhale, breath. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. Slowly release, placing that prop. If you used it, front of your mat, heel toe the feet together. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step, or maybe try a little hop back into your chaturanga. Okay, inhale to up dog or cobra. Exhale to down dog. Okay, those vinyasas, those push-up flows right there are always optional. Bend right knee, bend left knee. Shake the head. Inhale, breath. Open the mouth, exhale. Good, firm the upper arm bones in. I say that a lot. So important to protect that shoulder joint. Take the left leg high, inhale here. As you exhale, tap the knee into the nose. Added challenge if you want to take it. Take it left knee to left elbow. Left knee to right elbow. Left knee to left elbow. And inhale, extend it back. Exhale, tap it in. Hold it, 3, 2, and high lunge. Step toward the left foot to left hand. Widen out your stance a tad, staying on the right toes, but keeping the heel lifted. Inhale, breath right here. Woo, and exhale, breath right here. Now pull the thighs together. Pat yourself on the back with your right hand. Okay, inhale the left arm up. Grab a hold of the elbow. So same thing we did before, right? Firm the thighs, and then bend over to the left. Okay, so notice we're doing a lot of this lateral movement with the spine today. We're going to try and move the spine in a bunch of directions today. but we're sort of warming up that side body for some of that self-myofascial release. Again, looking forward, easiest way to balance right here. Firm the thighs in, stretch the right hip, and then maybe look up, challenge your balance for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, tap it back. This time, little bend in the elbows and straighten. Little bend, straighten, little bend, straighten. 5 more. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, push through the right heel, 1. Good. Inhale, stretch the arms up, and exhale, open up into warrior 2. Okay, pull the front knee, open a tad, power through the outer back foot. Now lengthen your tailbone and knit your ribs together. Arms wide, flip the left hand up, inhale, lean back. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys this from the front. Good, stay for the exhale, stay for another inhale, and another exhale. Inhale, come up. As you exhale, cradle a baby with the front hand, and then extend the top arm overhead. Okay, so it's a variation on extended triangle. If you want, you can always place the elbow on the knee right away. Otherwise, I want you to challenge yourself. You work your core right here. Okay, work your back muscles. Work your legs. Make everything work right here. Inhale, come all the way up, straighten through the front leg. Flip the palm, take it back, reverse triangle. And exhale back into that variation on side angle. Inhale, doing this 2 more times, reverse triangle, lift the kneecaps. Exhale into variation. Last one. Inhale, reverse triangle. And exhale into that side angle. Hold it here. Pull the bottom ribs forward. Push through the back leg and open up through the front knee for 3, 2, and 1. Elbow can prop onto the knee. Stretch the top arm overhead, or you can slide this front hand down inside or outside, maybe even onto a prop of that front foot. Breathe. Good. Option to take the top arm behind you, maybe even grab that hip crease right here, or you can feed the front arm underneath the leg, clasp the fingers, maybe a prop between the hands or the wrists, and then open up. Now try not to tug with the top shoulder. That's not going to do a whole lot of good. What I want you to do is rotate the bottom ribs forward. Now push through the back heel a little more, pull the front knee open for 3, 2, and 1. Release, inhale, back up, reverse triangle. And as you exhale, cartwheel down, and we're going to take that twist right here. Okay, so the right hand comes down, right heel lifts off the mat, left arm is going to come all the way up. Push through the back heel, tuck the left hip back, bring the right hip forward. Now just take a couple circles with that left arm. Good. Okay, it doesn't have to be fast. Just checking in with the shoulders here. And then we're going to come into a chair twist. So the first thing I want you to do is power up the legs, push through the heel. Come up onto the bottom fingertips. So you can kind of hover them. You could be typing down here. Okay, come all the way up. And then hands can move to heart. You're welcome to stay here if this is where you're going to go. Okay, otherwise shift your weight to the left leg. Step right foot, left foot, toes together. Sit nice and low. Press the thighs together, maybe open up the arms from here or take the right elbow outside the opposite knee. And then make sure your knees are flush before you take this all the way down. Okay, thumbs draw into the sternum. Inhale, breath, belly pulls back. Exhale, breath. 1 more, inhale. And exhale. Now, if you had an arm balance, you can take it on one side, the other, whatever you want here. If you're doing this more than once in a week, mix it up a little bit. Inhale, come back to center, reach the arms forward. Exhale, fly them back. Inhale up to standing. And exhale, hands come to heart. So once again, we're going to bring the hands onto the hips. This time, take the right thumb. Find a spot along your ribs, front to back, top to bottom. Just find a spot, try it, check it out. Okay, if this isn't resonating with you, find another stretch that does, right? Okay, right in between the ribs, you have your intercostals. I want you to find a little cushy spot. Inhale, tall. Exhale, little bend over to the left. Okay, and then pull the front hips up. That's going to help support the lower back. Inhale, back to center. Find a new spot. Push. Exhale, extend. Just about 3 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good, last one. You can always come back to the same spot you had before and exhale. Come all the way back to center, and let's take that tree pose. So inhale the arms high. Exhale, bring them right into the heart. What I love about doing myofascial release in this area, by the way, is we do a lot of this in yoga. So it's good to open that area up so we can have a deeper or a more comfortable arms overhead. Bend into the left leg, swivel the knee open. Take it inside the bottom ankle or anywhere up the leg. Again, being careful not to push too much on the knee joint as it doesn't like to really move in that direction, right? Good. Okay, foot to thigh, thigh to foot, or calf, or wherever you're at along the leg. Push, and then activate the left glute. Use the glute to pull the knee back a little bit, and then tuck the ribs in, but continue to do like an up dog with the chest right here. So this might be where you're hanging. Try not to psych yourself out for that part where we close our eyes. Okay. Inhale the arms all the way up. Good. And then either stay here, or let's just go for it. We're just going to see how I'm doing on this leg today. I like to blame it on the uneven ground, but I'm pretty sure that has nothing to do with it. Good. Take a couple more breaths. And when you're ready, open the eyes. Come back. Hands to heart, knee forward, and all the way down onto your mat. Awesome effort, everyone. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Grab a hold of that right wrist and exhale over to the left. Again, hips up, tailbone lengthens, and think about curling your inner thighs back. So yes, we're lifting the kneecaps. Yes, our legs are super active and strong here, but we're also slightly internally rotating the legs. Lift through the arches of the feet, push through the right outer foot for 3, 2, and inhale to center. Exhale, cactus the arms once again. Good, and this time, come on into cactus arms. So we're gonna hang out right here, and we're gonna take the left arm under the right. So we've done a lot of this. Now we're gonna try and loosen up the back side of the body. We're gonna come into eagle arms. So left under right, show that one more time. If this full eagle wrap is not working for you today, what I want you to do is either grab the shoulders and give yourself a big hug, or unwrap the arms and simply press elbows to wrists together and fire up your shoulder joint. Okay, this is an awesome alternative to strengthen that area. Inhale here. Exhale, sit nice and low into your chair. We're going to pick up that left leg, so shifting weight over to the right. Should feel pretty familiar because we just did tree pose on that side, right? And then we're going to cradle. I guess cradle isn't the right word. We're going to wrap. Okay, give the bottom leg a hug with the top leg. And then maybe tap the toe on the ground to find your balance first. And then you might just be hanging here. If you're feeling pretty steady though, I want you to play around with floating that foot. Okay, if you have a full eagle wrap, take it. Okay, the idea here though is we want the toes to the nose lined up in one straight line. Push the elbows forward and up. Inhale, breath here. Exhale, breath here. One more inhale. And this time as you exhale, curl down. Take it into sleeping eagle. We're going to move this into warrior 3. So I'm going to pause and come back to the front of my mat so you can kind of check this out. Holding it here again for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly unwrap the leg. Continue to push the elbows forward. And I want you to extend that left leg back and high into warrior 3. Right away, flex the toes, knees down, left hip down. Pull the belly in, draw the sternum and the crown of the head forward. One more breath. Unwrap the arms, fly them out for 3, 2, 1. Hands down to block or ground, standing splits. Lift the left toes. Options to take one or both hands behind the bottom calf. Inhale, breath here. Exhale, breath here. Another inhale, breath. And another exhale, breath. Last one. And exhale. Beautiful. Okay, both hands down. Slow and strong step back. Spin the heel flat. Shuffle the right foot over a tad. Heel to heel alignment. Left toe slightly forward. Warrior 1. On the inhale, raise the arms, all the way up. And hold it just for a moment, okay? Gather your breath. Check back in with your mind, with your body. See where you're at. Power through the outside of the back foot, lunge into the front leg. Now see if you can tuck that left hip, bring the left hip forward just a little bit more. One more inhale. And one more exhale. Good. Inhale, reach. And then as you exhale, slowly bring the hands to the hips and then straighten through the front leg. We're going to take this back foot and we're going to bump it about halfway up your mat. And then really focus on tucking that right hip back, even if you have to shuffle the foot even wider right here, okay? Coming into Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. Lift the kneecaps, roll this front inner thigh back, and the back inner thigh out, okay? So they're kind of going like this, okay? Inhale, breath here. Pull the belly in. Exhale, fold forward. Now again, this is a great opportunity, like a lot of those other splits poses, to have a prop or a soft bend in the knee. Good, inhale, breath, and exhale, breath. And again, inhale, breath. Exhale, maybe take it a little bit further. Okay, if you're using a block, remember it has 3 different heights to it, so choose the one that works for you. Okay, moving into a revolved triangle. So if you have to shorten your stance even more, go ahead and shorten it just a tad right here. And then if you're using a prop, go ahead and place it underneath the left hand. If you're not using a prop, don't worry about it. Fingertips are a great prop, okay? Okay, now come up just about halfway, maybe even place the right hand onto the shin, and we're going to drag the right hand all the way up to the hip. Inhale, stretch forward, so sternum forward, right hip tucks back. Pull the thighs inward toward one another. So thighs are spiraling in, and excuse me, I think I gave the cue to spiral this back thigh out. I meant both thighs rolling in for this pose, but at some point, just can't remember all of it. Good, inhale here, and then as you exhale, I want you to take a nice big twist over to the right. And you might keep the hand on the hip right here. You may end up moving into a more of an open position. Okay, pulling the bottom ribs forward, spiraling through the torso, reaching up with the right hand, and then pull the thighs back for 3, 2. You're going to stay here on 1. Right hand comes back to the hip. I want you to look down at your fingertips or your prop, walk them forward a tad, lean into the front leg, pick the back leg up, and then twist one more time, revolved half moon for 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job, everybody. Go ahead and fold forward, and then take this top leg and bring it behind the bottom one so that your pinky toes are kissing. Walk your hands or prop over to the right. Let your hips drop over to the left, stretching out the iliotibial band. So I'm going to show you this from the front. There we go. Okay, this is a great pose if you have a chair handy or a wall handy, and really anything about hip or shoulder height to grab onto. Toddlers sort of work. They tend to be a little squirmy. Pets are the same way, not good props. One more breath here. And then walk the hands back to center. From here, unwind. I want you to take the feet apart, and then heels in, toes out, keeping that prop there if you have it, and squat down. So we're just going to give our legs a little break. Elbows inside the knees, push it open, hands to heart. Okay, so this is a little yogi recess. We're going to do that same sequence on the other side, but we're going to pause for a moment so you can either grab a sip of water or take a set of abs or take a break or play around with something. If you want to do Bakasana, crane pose, if you want to do crow pose, if you want to do some sort of arm balance, inversion, now's your time to do it. I'm going to lead everyone through a little set of abs because it's pretty accessible to most people. If it's not, please don't take it, or find another set of abs that you like. But if you want to invert or just do something fun, you have about 2 minutes to do it. So we're going to do 2-minute set of abs. Everybody go ahead and sit back. Okay. And we're going to start out with a really simple pose. If you've ever done like a bar class, I really like a lot of the abs that they do in bar class because I find it really accessible to a lot of people as opposed to some sort of crunches don't feel good on the neck or elsewhere. So I'm going to sit kind of sideways so you can see me from front and side. We're going to lean back a little bit, pull the belly in and up, broad chest, just enough sitting back so that you can feel everything start to engage, including your hip flexors right here, okay? So they're going to be working along with everything else. And I'm going to bring my hands out to this side. So if you want a little less, come a little higher. You want a little more, come a little bit lower. And then all we're going to do right here is stretch the right arm forward and tuck the opposite elbow back. And then switch. And then switch. Okay, so really simple move, but guess what? We're going to hang here for like a solid 30 plus seconds. And what you're going to find is with some of these really simple moves is that it gets nice and deep. If you take it slow, it gets harder. And for me, it really works my abs. Again, it's the simple stuff, right? So I come at this from a probably not a particularly unique perspective, but for anybody who saw me last week for a 15 or 20 minute stretch, you saw my twins come around. So I have 4-year-old twins. And anybody who has had one kid, multiples, or many kids, there is always a chance that you're going to have a little bit of abdominal separation. There's also, and this could be for men and women, by the way. Both men and women can have this issue. Okay, and there's also a chance that you can get hernias, like behind your belly button. Again, men and women. For me, I lovingly blame my twins for mine. And I had surgery a year ago for 2 hernias. So I am very careful about the type of abdominal exercises that I do. And for me, it's not about getting that 6-pack abs, but it's about getting deep beyond the superficial abdominal muscles. I want the muscles that are going to give me strong posture, that are going to help me balance and stay upright, that I can take into old age with me, that are going to help me breathe more efficiently. And I find that these nice slow movements help me tap into that area. So give me about 3 more rounds each side. Last 2. Last 1. Good, now sit up. We're going to take a short butterfly and go right into the next exercise. If you have been powering through some arm balances and inversions, good for you. I'm super proud of you for taking that challenge, for accepting it. If you challenged yourself to pause, rest, hydrate, I commend you for listening to your body in that sense as well. Speaking of, I'm going to grab a sip of water, and then we're going to come right back into the same position. I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this next exercise, and that's the last of our abs because we got to hit that other side. Okay, option number 1 is to sit upright like you would for a sit-up position, similar to what we just did. We're going to bring the legs a little bit closer together, and then we're going to high 5 our legs, high 10 our legs, and we're going to push our legs away from us. At the same time, I want you to resist that push. So if you push so hard that you can't resist, then you need to come up and back off a little bit. Otherwise, belly scoops in and up, broad chest, push. And I don't know about you, but for me, right away, I start shaking in this. And we're going to hold this for a solid 20 seconds. If your hip flexors are on fire, if they're taking over this pose, I want you to take it onto your back, tabletop with the legs, rest the head and neck, and do the exact same thing. Now, you're going to feel your hip flexors, but a lot of the other areas of your body, including your head and neck, are going to be able to relax in this pose. Maybe even flex the feet, play around with soft ankles, flexed ankles, and see which one gives you the most comfortable yet challenging position right here, okay? So we're about halfway there, 10 more seconds. Breathe, shoulders soft, belly firms. 3 more breaths. 2. And 1. I laugh because I'm shaking so hard. Good, inhale, come up. Woo, cross the ankles, come into tabletop. Stretch left foot back, right foot back, down dog. Good, and then little tiptoe, little bend, step or hop, top of your mat. Okay, inhale, look up, exhale to fold. Inhale, root to rise, stretch up, maybe lean back. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus. Good. Okay, keep the cactus arms, but bring the chest in a little bit. And then this time, take the right hand under the left, right arm under the left. Again, you have that option to just simply press elbow up to palms together or grab the shoulders. Okay, inhale here. Elbows forward, push the forearms, elbows up, forearms forward. Sit into your chair, shift your weight to the left. Let's pick that right leg up, cross it over the left, tap the toe for balance, and when you're ready for the challenge, float it. If you have a full eagle wrap, take it. Good, hold it there. Lining it up, toes to nose. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, sit a little lower. Give me one more inhale breath here. And then as you exhale, fold forward. Sleeping eagle, hold it, inhale breath. Remember, we're going to take this into warrior 3. So when you're ready, when you found your drishti, your gaze point, unwrap the the top leg, the right leg, and shoot it out behind you. Flex the foot, toes down, hip down. Okay, belly pulls in, sternum forward, and then stretch long through the neck, little tuck of the chin. Kick up, lean forward for 3, 2, unwind the arms, fly it out. 1 full inhale, 1 full exhale. Beautiful. Okay, hands come down, standing splits. Lift through the right foot. Grab the calf if that is in your practice with 1 or both hands. You have 3 breaths here. Good, inhale breath. As you exhale, nice long step back, warrior 1 leg, so back toe slightly forward. Little wider stance with the front foot. Tuck the right hip back and bring the arms up. 2 full breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, breath. Exhale, breath. Good. 1 more inhale. And as you exhale, hands move to the hips. Straighten through the front leg, and then big step up with the back leg. So you're going to position yourself for Parsvottanasana. Okay, widen the stance a little bit. Shuffle those back toes so they're pointing slightly forward. So spin them a little bit, and then roll both inner thighs back. So in toward the midline. Inhale, breath. Exhale, pull the belly in, lift the kneecaps, fold, maybe grab that prop. Three full breaths here. So remember, we're going to take this into a twist, just so you know where we're headed. Maybe grab 1 or 2 more breaths right here to take the fold a little bit deeper. Soft bend is a great option here if your hamstrings are still really tight. And let's move into the twist. So prop underhand if you have it. Let's all come back up from the belly in, sternum forward. Start from here. Left hand slithers up the leg to the hip. Inhale, stretch forward, pull both thighs back. And as you exhale, twist over to the left. Okay, you can stay here or open up the arm. Again, we're not twisting from the shoulder. We're pulling the bottom ribs forward. 2 more breaths. Last one, firm the thighs. Hand to hip. Look down. Move the prop even more forward. Shift your weight to the front leg for a revolved half moon pose right here. Okay? Sternum forward. Take your twist. 3 breaths. Maybe open the arm up. 2. Last one. Good. Okay, from here, both hands down. Take the top leg, step it behind the bottom one, coming into that iliotibial band stretch. So if you have a prop, use it. Walk it over to the left, hip sink over to the right. Okay, a prop, again, at this point could be something that's hip or shoulder height. It could even just be a wall, something to prop your hands on. 2 more breaths. Good, last one. Awesome job. Okay, back to center, unwind the legs. Once again, step them apart, toes out, heels in, walking that prop back if you're using it, and then squat into a yogi squat. Elbows in, push the inner thighs open. Again, we were working them, right? That inward spiraling, that internal rotation, lifting of the kneecaps. We were working the insides of our legs quite a bit today. 1 more breath. Good. And then slowly roll back. Awesome job, everyone. We're just going to take a couple of stretches and then give you some time for Shavasana today. We're going to take seated, a seated pigeon, starting with the left leg under and the right leg on top. We're looking for ankle to knee and knee to ankle. Oh, yeah. So if you prefer to take a regular pigeon, feel free to take that here. If you want to take a figure 4 on your back. Okay, one thing I've been doing a lot in my other classes up on the High Altitude Yoga YouTube page is offering a flow similar to this, where a lot of the poses, a lot of the stretches we're aiming for can be received in many different ways. Okay, flex the ankles. So for this one, your alternative pose, especially if you're changing it out, doing the same style of flow several days a week, I encourage you, if if a teacher, or if the class you're taking is doing pigeon over and over and over again, pigeon, down dog to pigeon, down dog to pigeon, mix it up a little bit and take this pose instead. Or if they're doing this all the time, take it lying on your back or take a traditional pigeon. And for me, especially like if you're traveling, if you're busy, if you don't have time to research a lot of classes to take, just knowing some alternative poses to take that get you the same results can open up so many doors in your yoga practice and make the same set series feel like a vinyasa any day of the week. And it really puts you in control of your own practice. Take one more breath here, maybe lean forward, get a deeper stretch. And then upright for a twist. We're going to take this top leg, stamp the ground next to you, pull the bottom heel in. Left arm stretches up. Inhale, breath. Exhale to twist. Okay, alternatively, if this twist doesn't work, you know you can take it on your back. We did a pretty strong one in that revolved half moon in the revolved triangle. So if you want to take it down a notch, then you can come into a really simple cross-legged position and take an open twist. You can also take this nice and wide right here. Okay, so you have lots of options. This one's a good one for anyone who's expecting or has had any kind of abdominal work done. Alternatively, feel free to take that wrapper bind. And then let's come back to center. We're going to shake the legs out and just take one forward fold, Paschimottanasana, flex the feet, inhale, arms high, exhale, forward fold. If you'd like to change this out for either a butterfly, a Baddha Konasana, or a wide leg fold, you're welcome to do that here. Inhale up, tuck the right leg under, left leg on top for stacked logs on the other side or double pigeon. Just a couple breaths right here. I wish Instagram would give us like an hour 15. That would be so amazing and so perfect. Just nice deep breaths. Good, one more breath here. And stay as long as you like in any one of these poses. Cut them short if you need to. And let's move into that twist. Ooh, you guys, it smells like rain. Ah, that would be amazing. Okay, so tuck the bottom heel in, extend the right arm up, inhale, breath, and exhale into your twists. Okay, taking a different variation if you'd like. We're just going to hold a couple breaths here and make our way to Shavasana. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I'm located in Oro Valley, which is just outside of Tucson, Arizona, and we have a fire up on the mountain about 6 or 7 miles from where I live right now. So rain would be such a blessing right now for those firefighters who've been working so hard for the last several weeks in this 100+ degree weather. Some pretty heavy winds. Just getting that fire under control would be amazing. So send some good vibes to them right now. And let's slowly release and come all the way down. We didn't do a lot of back bending, so now's your time to throw that in. I'm going to lead you right into Shavasana from here because I know it is time. But again, end your practice your way. And we're just going to take about 3 deep breaths, and I'll leave you with your Shavasana. Inhale. Big sigh. One more inhale. Another exhale. On the final one on your own, taking in everything you did today and giving thanks for this body, this time, and this breath.